My name is Chris Saramba. I'm 59 years old. I discovered fitness when I was 50 years old, and it changed my life forever.
I'm Cynthia Moret. Yes, I've been teaching yoga for 35 years. I'm just 80. Once you've done yoga, it stays with you. So you live your yoga. You know, the way you look at things, the way you make decisions, the way you tackle problems, and it's a whole being.
Stretch that left arm up, vertical and turn forward.
As you get older, lots of things happen to your body. So your muscle mass decreases. Also your bone mineral density, that gets lower. In terms of muscle, you can produce less forceful contractions, which may be a problem staying upright. So elderly people have a problem with falls. And that in combination with a decrease in bone strength through bone mineral density, that can cause you, when you do fall, to fracture. Wrists, hips and things like that are very common sites for fracture.
Fitness, a young man's game or a world to be explored by all generations. With obesity rates soaring in the UK and budget cuts to the NHS, is it ever too late to get fit?
Well, when I turned 50, I was 17 3/4 stone, so nearly 18 stone, which was a lot for my frame since I'm 5'10" tall. And that was really the accumulation of too many years of no doing exercise and eating too much of the wrong food. So by that stage, I discovered that I was pre-diabetic. I was officially obese. I had very high blood lipids, which is nasty cholesterol in the blood. And I had really high blood pressure as well. So lots of things looking quite bad for me, to be honest, when I turned 50.
This is Chris, fitness fanatic, personal trainer and fitness model. You won't find many 59-year-olds like him. He found fitness 9 years ago and it changed his life forever.
It was quite a big change for me because I've not been used to fitness at all. So I was never into fitness at school or sport at all. So it's a big change. But I was very surprised because I actually loved it, and very soon I became addicted to fitness. So all I did to start off with was just eat much less. I knew nothing about macronutrients or proteins, carbs and different types of carbs and stuff. I knew nothing about that. I just ate a lot less and I did lots more exercise. I joined a gym and I did lots of running on the treadmill. In fact, it was fast walking, I couldn't run in those days. And lots of cross training. I lost about 6 stone, so I came down from nearly 18 stone to just under 12 stone in 2 years, which is a lot to lose, and I was very happy with that.
Comes to training people over 35, 40 years old, what you need to take into account is how much stress they're actually under as an individual. So that comes as in different forms. So it comes of lack of sleep, not eating enough calories through the day, not eating the right things, work stress, family life. You have to take all those parameters into account and formulate a battle plan for that specific individual.
Exercise has been shown to have a multitude of different advantages or benefits for the elderly population. So obviously in cardiovascular exercise, increases cardiovascular fitness, and cardiovascular fitness has been inversely correlated with a multitude of health disorders such as coronary artery disease, high blood pressure or hypertension, and also things like type 2 diabetes.
Up to vertical, so you're forming a number 1.
I didn't particularly like just keep fit classes. I found them a little bit empty, a little bit repetitive. So I found a very good yoga teacher and I started doing yoga at Bonington Theatre, 39 years ago. So I've been teaching now 35 years. Just gave up at Christmas, but I cover for the people I gave my classes to, so I can keep in contact with my students, which is wonderful.
Meet Cynthia. At the age of 80, she's more flexible than your average teenager. She's extremely popular in the Nottinghamshire area with local clients and believes her success is all down to yoga.
If you got very stiff in your body because you hadn't been very active, then you would take on yoga very steadily and you would build it up very gradually. You know, working into your postures and your joints. I've had 2 hips replaced and I found the breathing and the concentration extremely good. I found I knew instinctively what to do to build up the muscles and the strength around my hips. So I came back to yoga 2 months after I'd had my hip operation, the last one, and I'm walking, I do rumbling, I do lots of things with U3A, but I find my body is, it usually tells me what it needs. So with doing yoga, you understand what you must do to counteract any pain, any tension, anything that's not right. You know, you instinctively know what to do.
Before I came along, not many people were doing fitness for the over 50s and not many people were advocating it. And I think a lot of people may have thought that when they got to 50, it was too late for them to do fitness. So, you know, it's a bit of a cartoon stereotype to think that people at 15 just have slippers and a pipe. But somewhere down that route where people think, oh no, the running's for younger people or going to gym, lifting weights is for younger people. You know, I'm in almost started their decline years. And I decided when I was 50 that I hadn't started my decline years, or well, maybe I had, but I decided to reverse that decline. And then I proved it was possible.
Let's welcome the first competitor, it's Chris Devers.
Chris took his fitness journey to another level, competing in men's physique shows throughout the UK.
Originally I was absolutely petrified. The idea of standing on stage in a theatre with 1,000 people in the audience and I'm wearing nothing but board shorts or long swimming trunks and have those people or the judges at the front judge me by what my physique looks and my personality, how that comes across on stage, that frightened me massively. And after a couple of contests I found I actually did well and got some trophies and I'm the current world champion fitness model for the over 50s and world champion muscle model for the over 50s.
His success proves there's no age barrier to fitness glory, but both Chris and Cynthia have also inspired others along the way to get fit and make a change to their lives.
Something I believe led me to Cynthia. She is unique. Her whole persona is just lovely. She's a unique woman, and to me and to many people that I know, she is the best of all yoga teachers. There is nobody like her.
It brings joy and happiness. Every day that I go to the gym is a happy day for me. It fills me with happiness going to the gym, knowing that I've lifted some weights or run a distance or cycled something or done some kind of exercise that's made me feel good and it's improved my performance perhaps from the last time.
Well, I had a father who lived to 94 and he didn't have a wrinkle. And he was very relaxed. He always used to say, you don't want to worry. And he used to sit on the side of his bed every morning and do stretching. And he'd never learned yoga. Maybe it's genes, maybe it's discipline and tenacity of doing yoga and practicing every morning and living life and appreciating every moment. I think being in the moment is very important, you know, with yoga and with life.
One of my clients a couple of years ago had an issue with her partner. We came in, spent 6 months training and teaching her how to handle her nutrition and actually making her more mindful. She was happier when she went home, so she was happier then talking to her partner, and then that, you can imagine, that would then escalate from there into a wonderful thing.